Hello, you beautiful people. So, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys were kind of shocked after seeing all the banners that are going to be featured in patch 4.0. And now you're probably interested in knowing how many stellar jades you can collect in this upcoming patch for your Sparxie funds, right? Or maybe you're just saving for someone else like Evanescia or Silverwolf. Well, in any case, you've landed on the perfect video to get this info. Today, I'm mainly going to talk about all the stellar jades that you can collect in the upcoming patch 4.0 of Honkai Star Rail. Along with this, we'll also take a look at all the different sources to get these jades and some other additional rewards that you're going to receive in the next patch. Before we begin, I know some of you who have been watching me for a long time might have guessed it, but yes, I'm hosting another 5 Express Pass giveaway in this video as well, just to help you guys a little bit with all these upcoming banners. To enter the giveaway, just leave a comment down in the comment section, and that's pretty much it. Yep, you don't need to be subscribed to the channel or anything like that to enter it either, so don't worry about it at all. The results of this giveaway will be announced in about a week, so good luck to all of you and may Gayatri bless you all. Anyways, with the giveaway stuff done, I'm just going to mention the usual disclaimer that these calculations which I use throughout the video are based on a rough early estimate, and you're most likely going to get a little bit more jades than the final amount. Yep, just keep that in the back of your mind. With that being said, let's begin without wasting any more of your time or energy. Okay, starting with some basic info, version 4.0 will go live on February 13th for the Asia and Europe servers and February 12th for the America servers. This patch isn't really going to follow the normal patch schedule because usually a single patch in HSR lasts for 42 days or 6 weeks, but version 4.0 is only going to last for 40 days in total. You don't need to worry about this at all though, because they're just doing this to get back on their normal schedule of a new patch releasing on a Wednesday instead of a Friday, like version 4.0. I did my best to explain how the first and second phase will work for version 4.0 with this calendar pick, so I hope it helped. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, but I'm going to assume that you're totally broke and have literally 0 jades to your name while you boot up version 4.0 for the first time, just for the sake of calculation. Alright, first of all, starting with the classic daily commissions. If you complete all your dailies for 42 days without missing even a single day during the entirety of patch 4.0, you're going to get a total of 2,520 jades. Honestly, dailies are one of the easiest and most reliable ways to collect jades, and in HSR, most of the dailies are already completed by the time we're done spending our Trailblaze power, so that's pretty good. Moving on from the daily commissions, let's take a look at the total amount of jades that you can collect by completing the endgame content in HSR. So, during the entirety of patch 4.0, we're going to get a single rotation for all the 3 endgame modes, namely Memory of Chaos, Apocalyptic Shadow, and Pure Fiction. By the way, I'm excluding the Anomaly Arbitration endgame mode here, because that mode literally does not give any stellar jades at all, which is honestly kind of a good thing considering how hard it is. Now, if you can complete all these endgame modes that I mentioned before up to their highest available floor, they will grant you a pretty huge total of 2,400 jades. By the way, for all the somewhat new players out there who cannot really complete all the 3 endgame modes with their current roster, you don't need to worry at all because I've included some calculations for the lower floors as well, so I really hope it helps. Anyways, talking about the jades that you can acquire from the Simulated Universe or Currency Wars next. If you complete all your 6 weekly Simulated Universe or Currency Wars resets religiously, Madame Herta and Jade will graciously grant you with a pretty decent total of 1,350 jades for all your efforts. Now, do keep in mind that this calculation is done assuming that your account is at Equilibrium level 6, but if you just started playing HSR recently, it will take you quite a while to reach this Equilibrium level. Don't worry at all though, just as I did for the endgame content, I've included the amount of jades that you can get from the weekly DU or CW runs at lower equilibrium levels. Also, the Currency Wars game mode will be receiving its first big update patch in 4.0, where the level cap will be increased to 110. If you grind Currency Wars and complete literally everything new that is going to be introduced in this new update, you'll be rewarded with a juicy total of 1,600 jades. Next up, unfortunately, we'll only have a single monthly shop reset during the entirety of version 4.0, and this shop reset will be the March monthly shop reset. Okay, just like all the other shop resets, this shop reset will grant us a total of 5 limited tickets, which rounds up to be around 800 jades in total, and it also provides us 5 standard tickets as well, so that's pretty nice overall. Alright, with that, we're properly done discussing all the Jades that you can get from the recurring sources in patch 4.0. Continuing on, let's take a look at all the Jades that you can get from completing the limited events in this patch. So, starting off with the classic gift of Odyssey event, this event will grant us with a massive total of 10 limited pulls or 1600 Jades, and you can complete this event just by logging in the game for 7 days in total. Honestly, I don't know how it happens every single time, but I always forget to include this event as a recurring source of Jades rather than counting it as a limited time event, because at this point, I think we all know that this event appears in every single patch. Other than the gift of Odyssey event though, we're going to get another 10 limited tickets or 1600 stellar Jades as our welcome gift for traveling to Plan Arcadia, or at least that's what they wrote while mentioning this event. Honestly, a pretty generous welcoming gift, and these 10 limited pulls should be claimable as soon as we boot up patch 4.0 for the first time. All in all, we're going to get a total of 3,200 Jades just by logging in the game, which is honestly kind of insane. Actually, wait. Along with both of these login events, we're going to get another 1600 stellar Jades or 10 limited pulls by opening the fortune slips sent by Madame Yao Guang. This event is pretty much made to celebrate the Chinese New Year, and starting from patch 4.0's release, whenever you log in HSR, you'll have to open a single fortune slip for 5 days in total, and opening these slips will grant you these 1600 stellar Jades. Also, whenever you open a slip, you'll have a tiny 0.01% chance to get a total of 100 limited tickets for free, so I guess it's about time for you guys to channel your inner adventurer. Honestly, I remember they did an event like this last year as well, and in that event, I was actually pretty unlucky and only got 60 Jades every day, so surely I'll high roll this time and get these 100 limited tickets, right? Anyways, if we count everything, you guys are going to get a total of 30 limited tickets just for logging in the game and doing nothing. While I'm personally getting a total of 130 limited tickets, because I already know that I'm going to high roll and hit that 0.01% chance for the 100 limited tickets. Anyways, next up, just like most of the other patches, we're only getting a total of 2 limited time playable events in this patch, namely Cosmicon Roll-On and Arcadia Fun Time Clock in Essentials. Out of these two, the Cosmicon Roll-On event will be the main event for patch 4.0, and completing this event thoroughly will grant you a pretty decent total of 1200 Jades. Now, as for the other event, it will be considered as a minor event, and completing it will grant you a small total of 500 Jades. Overall, the 2 limited time playable events in this patch will reward us with a decent total of 1,700 Jades in total. Okay, with that done, we're going to move on from all the limited time events, and let's take a look at the total amount of Jades that you can get from exploration and quest completion in patch 4.0. So, starting with the exploration part, we're going to see a total of 5 new areas in Plan Arcadia, which are available for us to explore, and after including all the rewards from the treasure chests, puzzles, and formidable enemies, the total amount comes out to be around 1,500 Jades, which is pretty sweet. By the way, just want to say that you should definitely take these exploration rewards as somewhat of an estimate, because it can increase or decrease upon the live release of the patch. Also, I know some might not agree with me, but I absolutely love these new Plan Arcadia maps and how they give off a totally different vibe from Amphireus, which feels like a breath of fresh air. Next up, as we're going to a totally new planet in patch 4.0, there will obviously be a new Trailblaze quest to start this new storyline, and completing this entire quest will reward us with a somewhat small total of 720 Jades. Other than the Trailblaze quest, there will be some side quests as well, and completing all of these will reward you with a total of around 240 Jades. All in all, completing all the new quests that will be available in Plan Arcadia will grant us with a decent total of 960 Jades, so that's pretty juicy. Also, we're going to get around 600 Jades from the server maintenance and bug compensation for version 4.0, and another 300 Jades from the patch 4.1 livestream codes as well. By the way, if anyone wants to know, this livestream will supposedly take place on March 13th for all the different time zones, so keep that in the back of your mind and do remember to watch it. Alright, at last, adding up all the rewards from the miscellaneous things like character trials, Hoya lab check-in, tutorials, and banner codes, we should get a pretty sweet total of around 340 Jades. Finally, if I add up the amount of stellar Jades that I mentioned throughout the video from all these different sources, we get a massive total of 18,870 Jades. Now, converting all these Jades into limited tickets for a better estimation, we should get a total of around 118 limited tickets, which is genuinely huge. By the way, do keep in mind that this final calculation does not include the paid or premium battle pass and the monthly express pass. If you do happen to buy the monthly express pass though, then the amount of Jades that you can get during the entirety of patch 4.0 increases up to a total of 23,070 Jades, or 144 limited tickets. Dude, we are actually getting so fed in patch 4.0, like it's genuinely kind of insane. Anyways, that's the entire calculation for the total amount of Jades that you can acquire from different sources in the upcoming patch. I have a question though. Would you guys like me to make a video calculating the amount of Jades that we're going to get in the first half of version 4.0? Do remember to comment down your opinion, because I'm kind of interested in making a video on this topic, and while you're already commenting, maybe you can tell me which character you're going to pull for in this upcoming patch. Also, if you actually ended up watching until the very end, I want to say thanks, and you might want to consider subscribing to the channel as well. With that being said, I really love y'all, and I will see you in another one.